All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're diving deep into a complete playbook for building real, actual wealth with AI, not just in 2025, but for years to come. Look, this isn't going to be some high-level, abstract talk. This is all about actionable strategies, proven models, and the exact steps you can start taking the second this is over to build a seriously profitable business, all by leveraging the most powerful technology of our lifetime. And this quote, it just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures this moment we're all living in. This isn't just another trend, it's a once-in-a-generation technological shift. It's a seismic event, and it is creating opportunities on a scale we honestly haven't seen since the dawn of the internet. It is, without a doubt, a whole new world out there for building businesses and generating some serious income. And that right there, that is the million-dollar question. Because let's be real, just knowing that AI exists isn't going to cut it. Reading headlines about it won't pay the bills. The massive gap between knowing about something and actually doing something with it, well, that's where fortunes are made or lost. Execution is absolutely everything. And today, we're not just going to talk about the opportunity, we are breaking down the entire playbook for execution. Okay, so here's our roadmap. First, we'll frame the massive AI opportunity. Then we'll walk through 4 incredibly powerful business models, building your own AI service agency, following the e-commerce blueprint, creating an automated affiliate engine, and a really smart strategy for investing in AI's future. And then we're going to wrap it up with the secret sauce, your unfair advantage, the communication framework that makes every single one of these work. So, let's set the stage. It's so important to grasp the sheer scale of what's happening right now, and honestly, why this is the perfect moment to take massive, decisive action. This isn't just another trend we're talking about. It's a fundamental rewiring of the entire business landscape. And this right here, this points to a huge imbalance in the market. See, we've hit mass awareness. Your neighbor, your accountant, the person who makes your coffee, they've all heard of AI. But how many of them can actually implement an AI automation into a business process? How many can use AI to create amazing marketing content day in and day out? Very, very few. And this gap, between awareness and actual skill, it creates this massive economic imbalance. A huge, surging demand for AI help, but a tiny, tiny supply of real actionable knowledge. That gap, that is where your opportunity lives. Ultimately, this is the choice every single one of us is facing right now. There's really no middle ground. The risk is huge. I'm talking about the very real possibility of your business or even your skill set becoming obsolete while you watch everyone else innovate and scale right past you. But the opportunity, wow, it's just as staggering. It's the chance to use this tech to build a business with a level of speed, efficiency, and scale that until now was only available to giant corporations. By the end of this, you're going to have a crystal clear path to landing firmly on the side of opportunity. So, our first proven model is the AI service agency. This is for you if you want to get in the game fast by providing super high-value services to other businesses. It's really all about doing the work for the thousands of companies out there that are desperate for AI expertise but have absolutely no idea where to even begin. The overhead is low, the demand is through the roof, and the potential is just enormous. You can really approach this in 2 main ways. First up, AI social media management. You basically become the outsourced marketing department for businesses, using these powerful AI tools to create and push out content at a scale and quality they could never dream of on their own. The second model, AI optimization and automation, is more about operations. You're like a consultant. You go into a business, you audit their processes, and you implement custom AI systems to streamline their entire operation. You can pick one, or you can combine them into a total powerhouse, full-service AI agency. This contrast right here, this is the exact value you are selling. You're not just offering a service, you're offering a complete business transformation. You find a business stuck in that before column, right? They're spending weeks creating content by hand, they've got a huge team bogged down in repetitive tasks, everything is slow, and marketing costs are killing them. You are the one who walks in and takes them to the after column, where content just flows automatically, efficiency skyrockets, operations are seamless, and costs just plummet. That is an incredibly valuable thing to sell. So what does this actually look like? Let's take that social media example. Step 1, you have to become a master of the tools. So for a client targeting professionals on LinkedIn, a tool like Tapo is an absolute game changer. You use its AI to spit out dozens of powerful hooks, entire carousels. You can repurpose long videos into a whole series of posts. But here's the crucial part. Step 3, personalization. You don't just copy-paste. You take the 80% draft the AI gives you, and you add that last 20% of human touch, your personal voice, your industry insights. The result? You can manage the social media for 5, 10, even 15 clients in the time it used to take to manage just one. You're basically delivering the output of an entire creative team all by yourself. I know, this number might look a little crazy, but it is way more achievable than you think. Let's break it down. $50,000 a month, that's $600,000 a year. To get there, you only need 10 clients paying you $5,000 a month. And for a business, that is a totally reasonable investment for a fully managed marketing and lead gen service that gets them real results. And with the efficiency these AI tools give you, that's a completely manageable client load for a tiny team or even just for you. And this is from someone who did exactly this. But he focused on the AI automation model. He found a specific niche, loan officers, and he built a system that automated their entire mortgage process from A to Z. I mean, think about that. Automated client updates, realtor notifications, even an AI bot for booking appointments. In his very first month, he pulled in $12,000. It's a perfect example. Find an industry pain point and solve it completely with AI. All right, next up, the AI e-commerce blueprint. Now, if you're more interested in building your own brand and selling your own products, physical or digital, this model is for you. We're going to look at how you can build a whole business from the ground up, using AI as your co-founder at every single step. This is the entire machine. And what's so revolutionary here is that one person can now run this entire workflow. In step 1, you're using something like ChatGPT not just to brainstorm, but to analyze market data, find underserved niches, and even generate product ideas that have a high chance of success. Step 2, with Midjourney, you're not just making a logo, you're creating dozens of designs in an hour, making patterns for products, visualizing your entire brand instantly. Step 3, AI website builders forget about code. You just describe your brand and let the AI build you a fully functional professional store. Step 4, instead of paying for expensive photo shoots, tools like Adobe Firefly can generate infinite lifestyle photos of your products in any setting imaginable. And finally, step 5, you plug in the same AI social media tools from the agency model to market it. This whole process, which used to require a huge team and a 6-figure budget, can now be launched from your kitchen table. And the big takeaway here is that AI is the ultimate leverage. It gives a solo entrepreneur the operational power of a 20-person company. It completely levels the playing field, letting you compete with massive brands by working smarter, not just harder, and amplifying your effort 1,000 times over. By the way, if insights like this are hitting home for you, a quick like is always super appreciated and helps other people find this playbook. Okay, our third model, the automated affiliate engine, is perfect for those of you who love the idea of building digital assets that generate revenue for the long haul. This model is all about creating semi-passive income streams by building content platforms that make money promoting other people's stuff. So let's look at the AI affiliate stack. Think of this as your toolkit for building these digital media properties at scale. For content writing, you've got an army of AI writers ready to go. For building the website itself, AI-powered builders get you up and running in no time. And for all your visuals, featured images, infographics, you name it, you've got tools like Midjourney. When you combine these, you can systematically build out entire niche websites, a blog about urban gardening, a review site for coffee makers, a resource platform for digital nomads, all designed from day one to attract traffic and earn affiliate commissions while you sleep. And this brings us back to a core idea that really drives all of these models. A fundamental shift in your mindset. You have to stop thinking like a solo operator and start thinking like the director of a super efficient AI-powered team. You're the strategist, and these AI tools are your tireless employees executing your vision 24/7. When you truly embrace that mindset and you combine it with consistent action, you become an unstoppable force. It's really what separates the people who build incredible businesses from those who just watch it happen from the sidelines. All right, our fourth model is a totally different approach. Passive investing in the AI revolution itself. So where the first 3 models were all about actively building an AI-powered business, this one is about owning a piece of the companies that are building the actual future of AI. Now to get this, we have to talk about pre-IPO investing. When you think about investing, you probably think of buying stocks like Apple or Google on the stock market. But the really explosive growth for those companies happened before they went public, when they were still private companies. That's the pre-IPO stage. And for decades, that stage was basically the exclusive playground of venture capital funds and the super wealthy. It was completely off limits to regular investors. But recently, that has started to change in a big way. And there's a reason the insiders have loved this asset class. Now, I have to be clear, venture capital comes with way higher risk. These are young companies, and a lot of them will fail. But historically, the returns have crushed other major asset classes. And the reason is simple. These investors get in early, at a stage where that crazy exponential growth is still possible, before all that growth gets priced into a public stock. And here's the new opportunity. Platforms now exist that allow everyday investors to actually get in the game, usually through special innovation funds. So instead of you trying to pick the one winning AI company out of thousands, these funds let you invest in a whole diversified portfolio of promising, late-stage, pre-IPO companies that have been vetted by professionals. This is an incredibly powerful way to get broad exposure to the entire AI trend and to diversify your wealth-building strategy. Think of it as the passive component that can be working for you in the background while you're actively building one of the other businesses we've talked about. Okay, we've covered the what, 4 powerful, distinct models for making money with AI. Now we're shifting to the how. This next part is the communication framework, the secret sauce that will really determine your success, no matter which model you choose. This is the absolute fundamental truth of business in 2025. You could have the most brilliant AI agency, the most amazing e-commerce product, or the most valuable website in the world. But if you can't capture and hold human attention, your business is invisible, it's worthless. So in this final section, we're moving on from business models to becoming masters of storytelling and creating truly addictive content. Mastering this is the real unfair advantage. This is such a valuable insight. So if you know another entrepreneur who needs to hear this, feel free to share this with them. At the heart of all great communication is this concept, the curiosity loop. It's a powerful psychological trigger. Your number one job in any piece of marketing, a social post, a video, an email, is to open this loop. You start with a hook that presents a contrast. It takes what the viewer already believes and shows them an alternative, conflicting reality. This creates a gap in their mind, an itch that they are psychologically wired to scratch by continuing to watch or read to find the answer. Your job is to constantly open and close these loops, and it all starts with the hook. So how do you reliably create hooks that open these curiosity loops? Here's a proven 3-step formula you can apply to literally anything. Step 1 is the context lean. You immediately state the topic and get the viewer to lean in by mentioning a goal or a pain point. For example, everyone wants to grow their business with AI. See? That's the lean in. Step 2 is the scroll stop interjection. You use one single, powerful, contrasting word, like but or however, to just stop their scroll cold. But. And then step 3, the contrarian snapback. You deliver a knockout punch, a statement that completely flips the initial lean on its head. But most businesses are using it completely wrong. You feel that loop open, it creates an immediate question in their mind. Wait, how am I using it wrong? This simple formula is your foundation for grabbing attention in the first 3 seconds. The next principle is value compression. The old way of communicating was to build up slowly and save the big reveal for the end. That model is dead. In 2025, you absolutely cannot afford to save the best for last. You have to front-load the value. This means showing the most dramatic, the most interesting, the most valuable part of your message right at the beginning. If your video is about a surprising result, show that result in the first 3 seconds. Don't tell them you're going to show them. Just show them. This gives the viewer an immediate dopamine hit and proves that your content is worth their time. Okay, so once you have their attention, you've got to hold it with great storytelling. The best stories are basically a dance between 2 things, context and conflict. Context sets the scene. Conflict is the problem that messes it all up. A boring story is just a list. This happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. A great story uses but and therefore. For example, we launched our new AI-powered e-commerce store. Therefore, we expected sales to just take off. But after a week, we had 0 orders. Therefore, we had to rethink our entire marketing strategy. You see how that but and therefore structure creates a narrative engine? It keeps your audience emotionally invested because every single action has a consequence. The final piece of this communication puzzle is your tone. All the formulas and structures in the world won't work if you sound stiff and robotic. You have to develop a conversational, natural tone, like you're talking to a friend over coffee. And that's not something you can fake. It just comes from practice. It comes from creating content over and over again. A conversational tone breaks down barriers, it builds trust, and it makes people genuinely want to listen to what you have to say. It's the final layer that turns good communication into something truly magnetic. So that's it. We've covered 4 proven business models and the communication framework to make every single one of them succeed. The opportunity is undeniably here. The AI tools are more accessible and more powerful than they've ever been. And now you have a clear roadmap. The only variable left in this whole equation is you. Which path are you going to choose? And more importantly, when are you going to start? The biggest mistake you can possibly make right now is overanalyzing, getting stuck in paralysis by analysis, waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is right now. Just get started. Your 2025 begins today.